Hey guys, this week I'm going to show you a fun new spice blend that you're going to want to add to your spice cabinet. It's called UMAMI powder. This stuff is literally life-changing, and if you don't think so, sorry, no refunds. So I got the inspiration to make this from a $7 bottle at Whole Foods, which to me I thought was outrageously priced, and when I turned it on the back and looked at the ingredients, I figured I'm definitely going to make this at home for a lot cheaper. So the first three ingredients of that $7 umami powder are sea salt, onion powder, and mustard powder. So it really is a lot of filler until you get to the meat of what the umami powder actually is, and that's mushrooms. Mushrooms are literally what makes it umami powder. That's what's gonna give your food that meaty extra goodness, that oomph that you're looking for in your food. And personally, I'm putting this stuff on everything savory in my kitchen. Chicken, soup, you name it, it is absolutely going to level up anything that you're making. All right, let's get making this powder now. The first thing that I'm doing is placing my mushrooms on a baking dish, not forgetting the stems, because if you didn't know, the stems have just as much nutrients as the caps do, so don't waste those. So now I'm gonna take these mushrooms on a little trip outside to get a tan. What? If you didn't know, if you put mushrooms outside, even after they're picked, they will absorb a ton of vitamin D. And with these winter blues hitting, you know we need more vitamin D. By the way, I have a new tea blend out called Winter Blues. Thank you, bye. And a little fun fact, mushrooms are the only non-animal food source of vitamin D. So especially if you're vegan or vegetarian, you're gonna wanna add this to your diet to bump up the vitamin D. Especially if you are in a climate where you're not getting very much sun currently, you're definitely needing this right now. So if you know that your mushrooms have been grown in light or you foraged them outside where they've been exposed to light, definitely don't have to do that step. And if you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. But if you want to ensure that you're getting a little extra vitamin D, go for it and try it out. So in order to make our powder, first things first, we need to dehydrate these mushrooms. Now, of course, you can buy mushrooms that have already been dehydrated. That would make your life so much easier. But if you want to do it yourself from start to finish, get some fresh mushrooms and we're going to dehydrate them together. Now to dehydrate your mushrooms, you can do it a few ways. This way I'm showing right here, I'm putting it on a baking sheet and putting it in the oven on the lowest possible temperature. Taking it out every so often to stir it and making sure that that moisture is escaping. Now, is this the best way to dehydrate mushrooms? Absolutely not. It was extremely hard and I probably will never do that again, but I just want to show you an option if you don't have some sort of dehydrator or something that you can prop it up on with a lot of circulation in it. You can definitely do it like this. It's just going to be a lot harder and take a lot more time. So then the second possible way to dehydrate, which would be my favorite, is to actually put it in some sort of dehydrator. A lot of toaster ovens these days have dehydrator settings on it, and they also have some sort of rack that you can have a lot of circulation and get the moisture out a lot quicker. So as you can see, I'm putting it on my wire rack with a lot of circulation in the toaster oven and putting it on the dehydrator setting. You want to make sure all the moisture is out, and when they are completely dehydrated, they will make a very crispy snap sound. And the last option to dehydrate your mushrooms is to just literally put them outside in the sun. It'll probably take a few days, but just letting you know that is another option if you don't have any dehydrator or oven by any, I don't know your situation. But whichever way you decide to dehydrate those mushrooms, just make sure at the end they are fully dehydrated and super crispy. Because the next step, you're going to put them into some sort of blender, a spice grinder, or like a mortar and pestle, and you're going to grind it up as fine as you can. You'll put it through a mesh strainer and filter out all the really big bits. And then you can take that really, really fine powder and put it into some sort of container. I like to save all my old spice containers, especially the glass ones, so that's what I'm going to use in this case. And that's really all there is to it. The main ingredient is, of course, the mushrooms, but you can definitely mix this with any other seasonings that you would like. And not to mention mixing up the kinds of mushrooms that you used. I used shiitake and baby bella, but get creative with what you want to add. Remember, there's a whole world of mushrooms out there, and they are just waiting for you to make umami powder with. Feel free to screenshot this list of spices and different mushrooms that you can use to mix up your own special umami spice blend. And remember, this isn't only just flavor, but this is vitamins, this is nutrients, this is deliciousness. I hope you try this one. It's definitely one of my favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!